Always together until forever, living the dreams that we share. Two hearts together until forever,
when I first came out of the Navy, I was in the Navy for a number of years. And then when I got out at the age of 19, I went to work for my father. My father was a builder, and I remember getting in his little truck every morning at 5 o'clock, and it was very cold outside, and while I was working for my father, I tried to figure out a better way or a more pleasant way to work and to make a business, so I decided to become a singer. And I auditioned in a few places in Philadelphia, and from there I worked in many of the saloons in Philadelphia until I had the courage to migrate to New York City, which was the mecca of singers or show business. And I thought it was the only place to go to pursue a showbiz career. Arthur Godfrey was the first television show that I was on. The song that I performed was a very popular show recorded by Perry Como, and that song was titled If. If they made me a king, I'd be but a slave for you. That was the name of the song. And there was some great talent on that show, and I was very fortunate to be the winner. The first 2 years after winning the Arthur Godfrey show, those were the years where I had the growing pains. Those were the years that was very important to me because I had to establish myself as a singer, a professional singer, and also to get a recording contract from the record labels in New York, like Columbia, Mercury Records, and Decca, and Capitol Records. But I wasn't successful in that. I couldn't get a record company to record me. So it was a writer who wrote a song called Here in My Heart that was submitted to me. And when I told him that I didn't have a recording company to record it, he said, well, we won't need one. We're going to record this without a major recording company. And we're going to start our own recording company, which was the first independent company, and that was called BBS. Well, after I recorded Here in My Heart, we needed a company to distribute it. And here we had this record that I decided to audition on a local radio station in Philadelphia. It was on WCAU in Philadelphia. It was a show between 12 midnight and 6 in the morning, and the disc jockey's name was Barry Kay. And I went to him to ask him if he would play it on his radio show. Well, when he first saw me and then he saw the record, he had said, well, we don't play records like that. We only play records from major recording companies. So I decided to give it another pitch, and I said, well, would you at least listen to it privately and then make up your own mind? You know, that's what he did. He went into a room in his office and played it, came out, and he said, is this you singing this song? And I said, yes, it is. He said, well, in a few minutes, I will have you on the air. He says, and we're going to play this record because I think it's fantastic. And from then on, it was like the whole world opened up for me. He played the record for every 15 minutes for 6 hours. And of course, being a 50,000-watt station in Philadelphia, it went all over the country. And it went to number 1 in 3 weeks. When I recorded Here in My Heart, Mary Alonzo was recording for RCA Victor. And when my record was a regional hit in Philadelphia, RCA Victor had heard about it. So RCA Victor had called Mary Alonzo and said, there's a singer who has a regional hit in Philadelphia called Here in My Heart. His name is Al Martino, And we at RCA would like you, Mario, to cover that record. Well, when I first heard about that Mario Lanza was going to cover that record, which would have been disastrous for me, I had called Mario in Hollywood and told him about my dilemma. And he said to me, Al, he said, if this is your opportunity to make it big in show business, I will call RCA Victor and tell them that I declined in recording your song.
Tell me, when will you be mine? Tell me